Oh, fancy seeing you here. I guess it's that time of week again. It must be Monday morning. And welcome to the Aquatic News Network, where we bring the stories of the water to life. Good morning, Earthlings! Today we bring you a story that's as chilling as it is thrilling. A massive iceberg, roughly the size of Chicago, has broken off from the George VI ice shelf in Antarctica, unveiling a hidden underwater world that has been locked away for centuries. And what lies beneath? A treasure trove of life that defies imagination and scientific expectations. Let's dive into the icy depths where the spotlight falls on the Antarctic ice fish. These remarkable creatures have evolved antifreeze proteins in their blood, allowing them to survive in water temperatures that would freeze most fish solid. Think of them as the ultimate cold weather warriors, thriving where others would perish. But wait, there's more. Meet the dragonfish, a bioluminescent marvel that lights up the dark abyss like an underwater constellation. These predators use their glowing features to lure prey, a strategy as cunning as it is captivating. And then there's the toothfish, a stealthy hunter that dominates the icy waters with its razor sharp teeth and powerful build. The biodiversity that's been discovered is astonishing. The ice fish, for instance, are a testament to evolutionary ingenuity. Their antifreeze proteins are not just a survival mechanism, they're a window into how life adapts to extreme environments. And the dragonfish, well, they're like something out of a science fiction novel. And let's not forget the snailfish, a delicate yet resilient species that thrives at crushing depths. These creatures are a reminder that life finds a way even in the most inhospitable conditions. The seafloor is also home to ancient sponges, corals, and a host of other species, some of which may be entirely new to science. Scientists are now racing against time to study this newly revealed ecosystem, which offers invaluable insights into how life adapts to extreme conditions. This discovery is not just about cataloging species, it's about understanding the resilience of life in a rapidly changing world. So there you have a glimpse into the icy underworld of Antarctica, where fish defy the odds and redefine what it means to survive. As researchers continue to explore this frozen frontier, one thing is clear: the mysteries of our planet are far from over. Stay tuned for more updates on this extraordinary discovery. Welcome to Earth Matters, the spotlight where science meets wit and the environment gets the spotlight it deserves. Today, we're diving into a growing problem that's plaguing the planet, literally. The question is simple: can we afford to keep sacrificing our soil and water in the name of agriculture powered by lab made chemical fertilizers? Spoiler alert, the answer might just stink like algae. Stick around. First, let's get to the root of the problem, or in this case, the roots of crops. For decades, many government supported farming operations have leaned heavily on synthetic chemical fertilizers to produce bountiful harvests. Sounds like a farmer's dream, right? More crops, less time. But the truth beneath the surface isn't quite so picturesque. These fertilizers contain compounds like nitrogen and phosphorus, which, while essential for plant growth, are often applied excessively. Think of it like giving a child too much candy. Great at first, but the long term effect, devastating. Over time, these fertilizers degrade the soil, robbing it of its natural structure, and ability to retain nutrients. Instead of healthy, dynamic ecosystems underground, we're left with fields that are little more than just dirt factories. But that's just the beginning. When heavy rain sweeps through, these chemicals don't stay put. They hitch a ride to our rivers, lakes, and coastal waters, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. So, what happens next? Meet algal blooms, an ecological nightmare that turns waterways into neon green disaster zones. Algae love feasting on nitrogen and phosphorus, and when they get an all you can eat buffet courtesy of fertilizer runoff, they multiply like there's no tomorrow. The problem, these blooms block sunlight from reaching aquatic plants and gobble up all of the oxygen, creating what scientists call a hypoxic zone, or what we like to call underwater graveyards. Just imagine entire ecosystems suffocated in the name of agriculture. And let's not forget the human cost. Algal blooms produce toxins that contaminate drinking water, harm fisheries, and make coastal areas unsafe for recreation. Every dollar saved by using synthetic fertilizer comes at a steep price for public health, local economies, and our environment. So, is this really the future that we want? But before we despair, let's talk solutions. Sustainable agriculture offers a lifeline, a way to feed the world while preserving the planet. Picture fields where organic fertilizers like compost and manure enrich the soil instead of depleting it. Imagine crop rotations that restore nutrients and prevent pests, or planting cover crops that shield the ground from erosion and runoff. These practices aren't just wishful thinking, they're proven to work. Sustainable methods also reduce greenhouse gas emissions from farming, a win in the battle against climate change. And let's not forget water management. Techniques like drip irrigation ensure every drop counts, cutting down on waste and preventing the kind of runoff that fuels those algal blooms. It's like switching from a leaky faucet to a precision sprinkler. We've heard directly from farmers who've embraced sustainability. Their message is clear. It's not just about saving the planet, it's about ensuring their livelihoods for generations to come. And yes, their produce tastes better too. Turns out happy soil equals happy taste buds. So, where do we go from here? Is it time to rethink agricultural policies, prioritize sustainability, and demand accountability for the impact of synthetic fertilizers? Each choice we make today, whether it's as consumers, voters, or policymakers, shapes the world we'll hand down to future generations. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the issue. You've been watching the Aquatic News Network. And remember, a healthy planet means a thriving future. Let's make it happen. You think of Florida, you might picture alligators, oranges, or retirees in pastel golf carts with big rims. But let's dive a little deeper, literally, into the state's aquatic underworld to meet the bluefin killifish, Lucania goodii, a dazzling little dynamo that's made quite the splash on its journey westward. This isn't your average fish tale. It's a story of survival, science, and serendipity. Think of the bluefin killifish as the David Bowie of freshwater scene, a glittering spectacle of color and charisma. Males take center stage with their electric blue fins, sometimes accented by streaks of red and gold that would make a peacock jealous. These visual fireworks aren't just for show. They play a vital role in attracting mates, as females are suckers for a well dressed suitor. Females, by contrast, keep it low key in muted tones, proving that sometimes less is more. This sexual dimorphism, fancy way of saying the boys are flashier, isn't just about aesthetics, it's a textbook example of evolutionary selection in action. So, how does a Florida native end up strutting its fins in Texas and beyond? The short answer? They caught a ride. The long answer involves the aquatic plant trade, a bustling industry where water plants are shipped from nurseries in Florida to garden centers and aquariums across the country. These plants sometimes come in with stowaways, and the bluefin killifish happen to be an expert at hitchhiking. Once introduced into waterways outside their native range, these fish wasted no time making themselves at home. Now, Texas, with its warm climate and abundance of slow moving rivers, canals, proved to be a perfect fit. But the bluefin killifish didn't stop there. Reports of their presence now extend to other states like California and the Carolinas, showcasing their ability to adapt and thrive in new environments. If there were a manifest destiny for fish, these little guys would be leading the charge. The bluefin killifish is nothing if not resilient. These fish can tolerate a wide range of water conditions from oxygen poor ponds to slightly salty estuaries. Their adaptability makes them tough competitors in the ecosystems they invade. They're not fussy eaters either, dining on a buffet of insects, algae, and small invertebrates in a world where being adaptable often means survival. The bluefin killifish is a true champion of change. Of course, with great adaptability comes great responsitrust, or at least it should. The ecological impact of the bluefin killifish's spread is still a topic of research. While they don't appear to be aggressively outcompeting native species yet, their presence does raise questions about how they might influence local food webs and habitats. Are they harmless tourists? Or will they disrupt the natural balance? Only time and science will tell. Whether you see them as invasive adventurers or accidental ambassadors, the bluefin killifish is a testament to the power of resilience and adaptability. They've turned accidental introductions into new opportunities, spreading their vibrant colors and quirky behaviors to waterways across the country. Love them or loathe them, you've got to admire their tenacity. So next time you're near a river or pond, keep an eye out for a flash of electric blue. You might just be witnessing the aquatic equivalent of a rising star. And let's be honest, how many fish can say they've conquered both Florida and Texas without even trying? So what's your take on this charismatic invader? Should we roll out the welcome mat or keep an eye on our waterways?
Good morning, Aquarist, and welcome to Aquarium Insights, where we explore the highs and the potential pitfalls of fish keeping. This morning, we're diving into the murky waters of the father fish method and the possible irritations it could bring to your aquarium if not executed correctly. While father fish's method has gained a reputation for being both natural and eco-friendly, it is not without its risks. One of the common concerns lies in the deep substrate itself. If improperly managed or put together, the layers of sand and soil can lead to buildup of anaerobic zones, pockets where harmful gases like hydrogen sulfide can form. These gases can be toxic to fish if they suddenly released, like a buried time bomb just waiting to go off. The need for an extensive sand cap. Definitely need some deep sand to go over top of it. That way you have, a layer of protection to keep you from getting gas buildup or things of that nature. Another issue involving the lack of sand cap. Overloading nutrients. When soil is used as a substrate, it releases nutrients for plant growth. Too much of a good thing can be harmful. Excess nutrients can lead to uncontrolled algae blooms, turning your crystal clear tank into green soup. Not exactly what you would want as a centerpiece. I know I wouldn't want to look at a centerpiece tank that's, all goopy and algae and green. Alright, let's not forget the learning curve. While the father fish method promises a low maintenance setup, setting it up and maintaining such a system requires a deep understanding of the aquatic ecosystem. This is not for the new hobbyist, I'll tell you that right now. New hobbyists might jump in and think they're simplifying their lives only to find themselves in over their heads, both figuratively and literally. Don't do it. If you're a newbie, don't do it. Watch some videos, get some knowledge, and work through it that way. It's always best to do your own deep dive research the way that's best for you. One more potential disaster: substrate stirring. In an attempt to clean their tanks, inexperienced aquarists that are new to the hobby and to the father fish method might disturb the deep layers of substrate while cleaning or replanting, releasing not only harmful gases but also an avalanche of debris and detritus into the water column. This can cause a sudden spike in ammonia and nitrate levels, endangering the entire tank's ecosystem. So, while the father fish method has its merits, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It requires careful planning, patience, and regular monitoring to avoid turning your tranquil tank into a disaster zone. With great substrate comes great responsibility. Let's just put it that way. That is all for this morning, aquascape enthusiast. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and remember, your fish are counting on your husbandry. Until next time, Earth, keep an eye on those tanks, watch what you're doing, and most of all, remember, it's your hobby. Do it your way. As they say, with great substrates comes great response trope. What the hell did you just put in there, Tommy? Alright, I know this is supposed to be lighthearted and cautionary, but what the hell is that?